Big.
Our season's on the clock.
Our future's on the clock.
Our legacy is on the clock.
NFL draft, Detroit Lions, Chicago, Las Vegas, Pittsburgh Steelers. Like,
Yeah!
That's the one!
That's the pick!
I got Blake Corum, running back from Michigan, man. And you guys know
local
him.
today.
Yeah, you guys know him.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And running back, I'm looking at him in the middle rounds. I'm looking at him in the middle rounds. Obviously, there's some big news at the running back position that we'll cover later with Derrick Henry becoming a Raven. But listen, man, he has outstanding cutting ability, as you see, ability to evade incoming defenders, good spatial awareness, good feel for nearby defenders. He follows his blocks with patience, can create yardage, on his own, scheme versatile as well, which I like. The zone run scheme, which we employ, he can definitely excel in there, as well as gap running as well. And he's shown, and one thing that intrigues me to him is he's shown promise as a pass catcher. It wasn't a feature it wasn't something that they featured in Michigan too much, but he has the skill set. And that's where I see him being used mostly. A change of pace back, can provide some spot starts if need be, especially his rookie year. But I like him as to excel with changing pace and playing on passing downs. Pass protection as well is something that he showed promise and excelled at as well. He doesn't run with devastating power, but again, we don't need him to run with power because we have the power already. Top end speed he lacks. You take the good with the bad. We have explosive runners on the roster as well. With Keaton as Mitchell, who also there's another reason why I kind of want to use a mid-round pick on a running back. Keaton tearing his ACL in December. It's kind of hard to or it's unfair to expect him to make a expedient return. You let that boy heal and get right. If he tore it in December, if you're talking about a year out, we're talking about November and December. Then we're already in the midst and the throes of an entire NFL season. We're going to need somebody to provide some additional depth behind Derrick and Justice, and somebody that kind of reminds me of Blake Corum is the Kyron Williams when he was at Notre Dame. Same type of skill set. He's not going to wow you with his measurables. He's not going to wow you with some of the things, but he made plays consistently every Saturday. Tough runner, doesn't mind staying in to pass protect. Very underrated and underutilized as a pass catcher. And I definitely think he could be a piece for us as we try to complete that running back room and also try to assemble some weapons on that offensive side of the ball, because we shouldn't be done as far as the weapons on offense. We still need to put our foot on the gas and be aggressive there, because outside of Zay in the wide receiver room, it's a little bleak. Derrick is, over 30 years old. We got to have some depth behind him, and we have to account for Keaton's injury and so on and so forth.
No, I like it. Like I said, another kid that went to school here in Baltimore, or in the area. He's very good in short spaces, like small spaces, in the phone booth. He's going to get out of that phone booth, and that's what you need, because the hole going to get muddy, the hole going to cloud, and he's just pop it out. I can't really. He kind of remind me of like Austin Eckler, like you said, like he can develop that game where he's coming out the backfield catching passes, catching 25 to 30 passes a year. I at first anyway, early in his career, I could see that for him. Like you said, like last week when you said when you brought out Mike, every time we turn on Michigan tape, Blake Corum was making a play. He was breaking a big run. 28 touchdowns. That's nothing to sleep on. So, I definitely can see, in this system with Lamar, I can see him being very successful.
Yeah, and he's a high IQ player too. Very intelligent. That goes back to his St. Francis days and how he was coached. So I think that'll just pay dividends in the league too. I like Blake Corum though. He was a great back at Michigan, and I think that'll translate to the league. Great vision. You see that change of direction, kind of that jump cut and going the other way. Some of that look a little Ray Rice-ish, honestly. But I like it.
Yeah, and one thing I like with mid-round picks is, you always want to find a decorated player, right? You want to find somebody that's used to, and obviously everybody that's getting drafted has had college success, but he was a dog and he was one of them ones at the position his entire career. So, to be able to get him in the middle rounds, but for him to come with the pedigree, to come with that confidence, to come knowing that he can provide something to the team, that's how you hit on those middle round picks. So I'd be all for it. Obviously not too early, but I'd be all for using a 4th or 5th one.
I respect it.